The Light That Burns, Frank, Chapter 16, Catching Up. As James' cup was made, I realized I had forgotten to ask how he liked it. I looked back around the door and saw James looking shocked. Oh, he didn't know, did he? James, how'd you like your coffee? No response. Yeah, he was probably in shock. I went out on a limb and made him a straight black cup with a few ice cubes to cool it down. Here you are, my new friend. James instinctively took the cup from me without saying anything. So yeah, that man Carter must be the face behind the scenes. He must control Blackthorn. You're very lucky to be alive, friend. Someone upstairs must be looking out for you. James just blinked a few times, seeming to come back down to earth. Wow, that's a lot to take in. So the power is partially back, but not for all. How'd you even manage to do that without being detected? It was a fear that just occurred to me that we might have been discovered. Ray, are you sure we're still secure and unknown? He realized what I was asking and got this look of pure horror written all over his face. Frank, did you encrypt the connection when we set up the command? Uh-oh. No? Shit, we all started to run towards the computer and James ended up spilling his coffee, but we all kept on running. And there was a red light blinking on the dashboard. And then a message popped up on the screen. Hello, Frank, Ray, and nice to see you survived, James. I'll admit you defied my expectations by living. That's very commendable, my friend. As for you, Ray, I'm disappointed you roped Frank into your little scheme. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Ta-ta for now. Be in touch soon. That was ominous, even though it wasn't unpleasant, at least not in the traditional sense. Well, shit, what now? James and Ray were just rocked by this message, and it took them each a second to compose themselves. I don't know, honest to God. Well, I appreciated that vote of confidence from Ray. We need to fortify ourselves and have a backup plan just in case. We both nodded and it was time to strategize. Gentlemen, follow me. We're going to the war room. Both James and I looked back and forth between each other in confusion. I just shrugged my shoulders and we followed Ray. We walked for a solid 10 minutes and eventually got to a room with a seemingly impenetrable metal door. The code for this room is 2034. It auto-updates each year as it passes. We both nodded our heads, and then James started to violently cough and started to cough up blood. Then he collapsed onto the ground suddenly. Guys, I have an injury from the crash. I pulled out a rather large piece of metal. Might have missed some. He pulled up his shirt, and the gauze was entirely soaked with blood. Again, it was hard to look at. And somehow that made me feel weak and afraid. Ray leapt into action. Okay, so there's a med bay upstairs. Can you make it? He just shook his head no. Oh shit. Okay, so Frank, stay here. I'll grab some equipment and supplies. Be right back. And with that, Ray rushed off and left me alone with James and all my biggest fears. You'll be okay, right? He just shrugged. I guess we just wait now. Stay tuned for Chapter 17, Emergency, coming up soon. Bye-bye.